Alright, don't mind the pajamas. It's a whole thing. Yeah. Um, Back with more Lego. I've had this since, like July, the start of July. My parents got it for me. Very sweet of them. It is now the 20th of September. So almost 3 months it's taking me to build this, so better late than never. That's what I like to say. Right, well, I'm gonna get stuck in now. Alright, like I said, I've had this one a while. Just never got around. I kept getting new Lego and then build that instead and just put this one to the background, but I really enjoyed making this one. Really reminded me of the cherry blossom tree I made. Now, to explain the pajamas, the day before I had my wisdom teeth removed. So I was a little miserable. It might look a little more miserable in the video, that's why. Was not fun. Well, the actual appointment wasn't too bad. It's just everything after sucked. But, feeling a bit better now. That's all that matters. But yeah. So I really like this little tea set I'm making right now. A little teapot, so cute. You can't really see it in the main build, which is really sad. But yeah, it's like a little secret that you, me, everyone who's built this knows. Yes. Um, Also, I was watching the show on Netflix, Disenchantment. It was very show. It was very much a show I watched. Uh, it was one of those shows where I was just kind of like, okay, I guess plot is happening, and but it was a bit more distracting than the usual YouTube videos I watch. So that's why you'll see me looking up a lot. I was a lot more easily distracted building this one. Also, those little panels I had to put in, those little white panels, were such a pain. Took me ages. You're lucky this is sped up. This little hut thing I'm making is really nice. Probably has a proper name. I do not know it. But I really like all the design details. What I also love is when they know there's gonna be blocks you're not gonna see. They make them like a different bolder color, so you're more easily able to find which one's which. Yeah, they described at the start that each set of bags was for each section. So bags 1 and 2 were just for that little hut. Then I think 3 to 9 are all for the bit I'm making now, which is the like wider garden bit. This one was a little confusing because there's very similar looking Lego pieces here, but they are actually 2 different ones, and they had put them in the two separate bags because there's the bigger bag and then they put in them have another bag. But I just mixed all the Lego together to make my life harder for some reason. It wasn't too hard to follow this bit, but it was it was a little complicated. I also should have at some point pushed most of that stuff down because it was very hard to push it down into just a sheet. I should have just flipped it over and started pushing down and making sure it was all secure, but I didn't. Doesn't matter. Putting those little flowers, little green studs in, were a little difficult because it's like you have to sort of work out where they are. But they have a 1-to-1 scale here. This bit was making the river. It has a little fish in it, a little koi fish. Really liked it because it reminded me of the Milky Way galaxy. Because with all the like see-through panels. But those little green studs actually come into play later. Oh yeah, here's me realizing I placed one piece slightly off, and it was like a thin piece, so it was kind of hard to get off. So while it did take no time there, it took me like a minute or so. Not a minute, but it took me a little while to get it off. Yeah, I really like the river. I was also very lucky because the first two fish I put down, I didn't realize there was two different types of koi fish, and so I just put down the right ones anyway. And then I realized, oh, there are red, or not red, orange ones and white ones, and I almost put down white ones, but I didn't, thankfully. Sometimes you may see me adjust my posture. That's because I believe Lego is slowly turning my back into, I don't know, something that bends out of shape easily. I'll workshop it. I'll workshop it. But my posture is not fantastic. Lego does not help. Bag 5 was a quick one. Here's me adjusting myself in the seat. You can also see in the background that big cardboard box. That was, funny enough, other Lego came in. That one. Not for me. Not for me, though. It's actually for my dad. It's like one of those D&D sets. He loves it. He does not build it all in like 1 or 2 nights, though, like me. He's slowly building it, which is the smart thing to do. But alas, I like doing everything all at once and then watching it sit on my shelf. Very satisfying. It was terrible. This is coming out to Christmas, and I'm gonna have to decide which Lego sets I want to buy now and which to save for to let people buy them for me for my Christmas presents. A lot of blue in the show I'm watching. A lot of blue, I'm realizing. My first Lego set I actually got last year for Christmas. It was from my beloved sisters. They pulled their money together and bought me the cherry blossom tree with the frogs, and my addiction has started from there ever since. Yeah, bag 8 was just like doing the outside of the garden. It's the edge and I think the feet. Well, and they actually say in it, it's this whole the edge, the base of it, is inspired by the cherry blossom tree because that's the exact same one that's used there. Just realized we are now on Backgate. I don't pay attention. My problem is I've already watched this video through, so I get very confused very easily. It's late. I should go to bed. I should start recording these so late, but alas, here I am. This bit was kind of hard because I just had you put them in random places. So I like being pedantic and getting them in the very right places. So yeah, bag 9. Am I doing bag 9? Looking at things, doing it. No. Day 2. It's gonna move it. Alright, bag 9 for realsies. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do up to bag 9 that night, and then I sat there and I looked at it and I was like, nope, too tired. So I went to bed, which is ironic because I'd slept most of that day anyway, but whatever. I also had to move it to the side because I was like, just playing on my PC. And I was like, okay, I gotta move it all back. I did regret taking it all out of the bag. I should have just put it back in, but I didn't. Also, you'll see quite a few like kind of glitches and stuff on the camera while I'm doing this. That's just because I have a very cheap webcam that I'm using to record this video, the video. And oh yeah, the rot confused me there. I had no idea where I like misinterpreted it or something. I got very confused when it told me to flip something, or put the wrong Lego piece on. I don't remember. Nope, dog. You can't see the dog. I blocked the dog. I'm so evil. Oh, this bridge piece is cool, but yeah, it's a really cheap camera. Just got it off Amazon, and Yeah, if it's not properly plugged in, I think I did just properly plug it in right there, so it's not gonna glitch anymore, hopefully. But I've noticed it can be a lot worse. It can be a lot worse. If it ever is, I will just probably cut that bit out because it's not worth people getting seizures over it, I suppose. Um, the amount of flashing lights from the videos I watch, I really should. I feel like it's bad. Again, a lot of blue in the show I'm watching. Surprisingly, a lot of blue. But this bit's pretty cool. Because I stand up and then it's got like little huts on stilts, which is really cool. That's what the little green studs in the water were for. I didn't realize that at the time. That was really cool. Now here I'm making a tree, nice little tree. As you can see, it's getting dark. I decided to do this build kind of later. Because the video is so fast, you don't really notice it, but it's actually quite a few cuts that I made in this part when I was recording this bit, just because I was like, yeah, there was a cut, there was a cut. I think my sister came in to talk to me about something. I keep getting paranoid that when I pause the recording, that it'll just, I'll forget to press record again, and I'll lose all the build, and then I'm like, well, what will I do in that situation? Will I just describe what I did? Will I just flip through the book? But we don't have to do that. We're not worried about that yet. This bit was a bit time consuming because there was like 17 of these pedal things, and I like getting them all in the right place as they tell me. I am a rule follower when it comes to Lego. As you can see, it's also getting dark. Like I said, recorded this bit late at night. Not late at night, but it is the afternoon, and it's September now. Everything gets dark quickly. This bit was a little hard because it wasn't very clear what directions I was supposed to put the flowers on, because it's all like just a mass of white and pink. You can see me trying to like put it on as exact as possible. Was not easy. But this last bag 11, oh, I dropped something there, and I cut out me searching under my table to find it. This is just like the last few bits of decorations. These are actually kind of cool because instead of you building them in, you slot them in. So I guess the idea is if you kind of wanted to move them around, you could. Which I think I like it the way it is. But I'd maybe move some of the cherry blossom trees around, possibly, just because they're right next to each other. So maybe I'd want, I don't know, a bit of separation. I like keeping things the way they are. I'm not a changer of things. Very dark now. A lot of blue, a lot of flashing. There we go. I was about to say, I believe I turned my light on around there. And I did. Not much to say. I think this is the last. No, this is the bamboo. The bamboo is pretty cool because they had it where you just kind of slot them in and then you would angle them, which was pretty nice, but it was a little hard to slot the last two in, just when there's not as much space to work with. And also they had the two, as you can see right there, I had a bit of trouble because there's like a little pole that goes into the middle of them, and it was being pushed down too far, so I couldn't push the top things on properly, which was very annoying. Yeah, this is the last one, I say, maybe. Maybe, it's hard to tell. A lot of blue, a lot of distractions. My god, a lot of blue. I think it's because oh, never mind. I'm done. I'll shut up now. It was a very blue show. Back to me. Alright, this is all done. It feels a little imbalanced just because these things are loose, but I really like it. I really like the little tea house in there. The river's real pretty as well, and the bridge is really well made. Really like the way design all comes together. And then done.